3 myths we are told about sex. Hello world, Son of the Soul here, ready to shine some light. How you feeling today? How you breathing today? Today we'll be talking about 3 myths that society has the belief that actually need to be addressed and clarified. So these are some myths right here. We just need to clear things up. It's around sex. Now, sex is such a big deal because, you're looking through the screen right now, you see me because of sex. You see me because my parents had sex. We exist right now because of sex. This whole community, this whole civilization, whole worlds are created because of sex. So it's a very important topic, and I think the better we educate ourselves on sex, the better we are with life in general. Seriously. Even if you're not even the type to have sex, maybe you're the type that's, people who aren't into having sex, or they practice abstinence. Like this also applies as well, because sex energy is within all of us. So long as we have these body parts, these reproductive organs, then that's just unavoidable. So, one myth is sex produces testosterone. Now, there's a lot of studies that, this is from Western culture, but there's a lot of studies that tell you that, having sex regularly actually produces testosterone in the body. And the fact of the matter is that needs to be clarified. Seriously. You can Google this up and, you'd have all these little studies that say that. So this needs to be clarified. Sexual activity produces testosterone in the body. So as a man, if you ejaculate, that has nothing to do with producing more testosterone. One of the roles of testosterone is to produce sperm. It's to initiate the development of sperm in the body. So, and also it's in the semen as well, testosterone. So if you're spewing it out, if you're ejaculating a lot, that has nothing to do with increasing the production of sperm in the body. That is a really big deal. Which actually leads me to the next one, is you have to ejaculate during sex. This is the second myth. You have to ejaculate during sex. What people usually say is come. Ejaculate is not actually a common term, but we have to get used to 2 terms, and one is called orgasm, the other is ejaculation. And you have both of these going on during sex, right? But as a man, or in Western culture, Western society, we're given this illusion that ejaculation and orgasm is the same thing, and it's not. It's not. It's actually not. That's actually false. So when you ejaculate, the purpose of ejaculating is to produce, to reproduce. If you're not trying to have a kid, like if you're not intentionally trying to have a kid, there's no reason why you should be ejaculating. There's no reason. There's no reason why you should be ejaculating. So if you learn, you know, if you learn the ways of the Tao, or even teachings from Hinduism that talk about semen retention and how to circulate that energy, you would understand that it's actually, you actually don't even need that, and it's actually a big deal, a great benefit to you to actually hold on to your seed as opposed to spewing it out. Ejaculation, and you have orgasm. So you can reach a peak and it can feel like you're about to bust. It can feel like you're about to come, but you don't. Like, that is real. That is real. That can happen. But you know, we're not taught that. And I'm speaking as a person that's living in Western culture. You know, a lot of media were given this influence that, you know, basically sex sells, you know, and we're given this idea that, you know, it's cool to have sex, but we're not taught how to use that in a manner that benefits us, or benefits our partners, or the people we have that interaction with, you know. That is a big deal. I mean, you know, I grew up influenced by the hip hop culture. And the hip hop industry is very interesting because, you know, a lot of rappers today, they promote and encourage having sex, you know. But the problem with that is that it's encouraged with ejaculating. So we're being encouraged to ejaculate excessively at that. You know, I got all the women. I love fucking all these women. Like, I love that. That's part of my lifestyle. I love having sex. So I love having sex with different kinds of women, all types of women. I'm always enjoying myself. You know, within that message, it's encouraging us to just go out there and spill our seed. And it's actually encouraging women to go out there and take a man's seed. For any women looking at this video, please, you know, because I'm not trying to gear this video towards men, like you know what I mean? Like, this has nothing to do with picking sides or anything like that. But definitely, like, encourage your man to hold his seed, to learn, to get educated on holding his seed. Because not only it'll benefit him, but it'll benefit you as well. Because, I mean, I've been having sex for a long time. And I'm not gonna say long like I'm an old man, but I had plenty of encounters in my lifetime. And I kid you not, the best sex is sex when you are able to be consciously aware of holding your seed. Like, as a man, I give it up the craziest because I'm at this state right now. and I'm just being aware of myself. I'm a lot more sexually educated now. And that's a big deal. That's something that we should all become students of. Now, the last myth is sex is a dispensable action. Now, what I mean by this is that sex is something that can just be casually done. That is a myth. No, just go out there, go have fun, live your best life. YOLO, you only live once. Like, that's cool and all to an extent. And what really matters is understanding that you are exchanging energies always when you have sex. Always. During my journey holding my seat, I had sex with somebody. And, you know, she wasn't, energetically, she just wasn't in a good space. Like, she had a lot going on. The girl had a lot going on at the time. And we ended up having sex, and I kid you not, that day, like, I felt dreaded. I felt low. It was crazy too, because when I had that interaction with her, I had all good intentions and everything. But when it was over, when it was said and done, I felt anxious. I had this anxiety in me, and it was just like I couldn't pinpoint to anything. Like, nothing was wrong with me that day. I didn't have a bad day. Actually, the day was actually pretty good. Like, I had a really good day. But something happened, and it literally lasted for like the next, I would say, almost 2 days. Seriously. I had another experience with somebody else, and I could tell her vibration was very good. Like, she was on par. She looked real happy. She felt very happy. She felt very content with herself. And I was the same, and that sex was bliss. It was blissful. Like, I really enjoyed myself. And after the fact, I can just feel the sex energy resonating with me, within me. I can just feel just the buzz, the bzz, I just feel myself just radiating. And it was calm. It felt content. I just felt ready. I just felt ready for the world. Like, I was about to get on a freaking adventure. Like, I felt ready. And me explaining this has a lot to do with just telling you to just pay attention to who it is you're having sex with, how you're feeling when you're about to have sex, because all of that matters. Energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transferred. So if you use sex as a medium to feel better about yourself, you're not destroying the lower vibrations you were feeling, the sense of frustration or anger or resentment. You're transferring that. You're not destroying it. You're not getting rid of it. It's going somewhere. Now the question is where? Where are you sending this energy? When you realize that basically sex coming, ejaculating, that is not a dispensable action. It's not something that's just casually done. Something happens when you do that. Something always happens when you do that. Sperm is not a dispensable, the release of sperm is not a dispensable action. Sperm contains so many vitamins and minerals in it. You understand? And all these vitamins and minerals are coming from the body. They are coming from the body. So if you ejaculate excessively, the body has no choice but to extract all those vitamins from different parts of the body just to create the sperm. The production of sperm is like a heartbeat, like is pretty much involuntary. Like it's constantly happening. It's constantly happening. You know? So if you ejaculate too much, then the body's like, oh, I need to produce more sperm, so I need more raw material. So it's gonna ask for more from the body. And you can just feel that draining you. Sex is not a casual action. It's something real, something sacred, you know? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be having sex or anything like that. Like, I'm far from that. Like, I encourage that. Like, that's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing thing to have, to enjoy as a human being. But being mindful of, being conscious of who you have sex with, when you have sex, how you're having sex, like taking all this stuff into consideration will put you at a better standpoint energetically. As well as physically. So those are the 3 myths. Hope I taught you something new today. Maybe there's something that you already knew that I mentioned. But I think it's a good thing me even just talking about it, because I'm just reminding myself of these things and just noticing where I came from and what I've been able to do, my progress in holding my seed. So, stay bright.